Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Angela, and I'm doing my week ahead spread for January 10th. And I'm doing a little bit different this week. I'm actually using my Journey of the Sacred Bee, my normal spread I do, and then I'm adding an oracle card in here, and that's using my Magic of You Oracle. And for those of you who don't normally watch me, I always do the energy, obstacle, and advice for the week, and I read it. I kind of do a pull ahead of time, so I can kind of get a intuitive what I'm feeling from the deck or the cards. And then when I do the video, I go in and read what the book says on each card. So for the energy of the week, I pulled the Two of Swords. And this card, the key word on it is peace. And we don't normally get that word from the Two of Swords. You get that she looks despondent here. She's crying. It does give you the, with the Two Swords, the feeling of making a choice. But with the peace card, with the peace keyword, I really feel that this card is, yes, it's the Two of Swords, but I feel like it's almost in a reverse position, to where it's letting you know, yes, you have this energy within you, all the time, this negative, torn between decisions, torn between something, tied down, maybe blindfolded to things. But you also have this inner peace that comes with this card that you don't normally see. Maybe you've passed your issues that you had, and now you're in a state of peace. And I really feel that this week, that it could possibly be the energy of the week is just like, you've let go, you've learned to let go, you've learned to cultivate your feelings, your emotions, and now it's a time of peace. I know I'm not saying that right. But I really feel that this card is like, you've had the hard times, and you always have this possibility lurking within you. But you need to understand that peace always follows the hard times, and to embrace those peaceful moments when you have them. And that's what I really get from this card today. So then we have, for the obstacle of the week, I have the Queen of Cups. And again, Cups is all about emotions, and this being the queen, she's the grande dame of keeping her feelings in check and feeling her feelings. And again, I feel like it's always an obstacle for me, to keep my emotions in check or show my emotions when I need to. So I see that could be, especially with this card, with the Two of Swords, I always feel like I'm in this Two of Swords state of mind. But peace needs to come with that. And the way to do that is to feel my feelings and then let them go. Be more like the Queen of Cups, in that respect. And that to me is always an obstacle for me. That I'm always struggling to, move past and move beyond is feeling my feelings and letting them go. Don't let them eat at me. And then we have the Lovers card for the advice. And again, this message seems to be coming across throughout. Like I said in a previous video, the Lovers card was my year card last year. to me, the Lover's card was all about self-love. This card doesn't always represent a relationship with someone else. It could also mean a relationship with yourself. And these being two women, I really get that sense of it's almost like a reflection of myself in this card, where this is me and then this is the other part of me that coming out of her, almost, that needs that self-love and self-care and time for yourself. And again, this is the third time already this year I pulled this card from different decks. And I feel like that even though it was my year card last year, it's still, I pulled it all year long. It was one of the cards that stalked me. I feel like it's not done with me yet. So I love that idea, or I love that thought, that it's still reminding me, hey, you need to take time out for yourself. And then for I did like an overall energy of the cards. I pulled Maximus. It says, how can you feed others when your own table is empty? And I feel like this really plays into these cards, where how could you feel empathy for someone else? How could you give advice when you still struggle with emotions and feelings and learning to love yourself? And I really feel that connects in with these cards this week. So to me, this week is all about, again, reflecting, keeping my emotions in check, learning to feel them and then let them go. And then just taking care of myself. So yeah, that was my week ahead spread. So I'm going to go into the Journey of the Sacred Bee book and see what the cards say here. And I'll go into this one as well. So for the Two of Swords, let me find it here. I have, it says truce, moon in Libra, and impasse. Decision to be made. Think it through and contemplate the options. Know that the answer is there somewhere, and you can accomplish this uncertain time through acceptance. And that, to me, again, was all about feeling my feelings and letting it go. Accepting what is and just moving forward from there and not dwelling on it. And I love that. I actually love it. I was so back and forth on getting this deck, and then I got it, and I haven't stopped taking pictures of it. It's so gorgeous. And I do feel like even though it's so beautiful and the colors are so bright, it is a dark deck. It is more for shadow work. And I'm really digging that in this deck. Even though it's bright and beautiful, it can bring out these shadowy sides of you. And I love that. So for the second card, we got the Queen of Cups. And it says, Water of Water. The Queen of Cups is deeply emotional and in touch with her psychic nature. Feelings and empathy for others becomes absorbed in their muse easily. Intuitive waters run deep. Wow. That just gave me kind of shivers. Because I feel like I am a medium. I am learning tarot. I don't think we ever stop learning how to do these things, how to open up our gifts and stuff like that. And I feel like really my emotional state is tied to that. So very deeply. So I feel like once I learn to keep my emotions under control, it will open up those other gifts that I've been trying to open up. So that speaks volume as well. Wow. And then we have the Lover's card. If I can just find it. There's a little bit more information on that. The bottom here says, practice. Embrace the challenges that great love brings. Accept taking middle ground, but be careful to not compromise self-worth. Wow. And then it says, Hebrew letter Zain, zodiac sign Gemini. The journey. The bee emerges from a tree trunk portal to find two dancers about to be struck by Cupid's arrow, which will cause them to fall in love. As they become enamored with each other, they begin to show differences of opinion that pull them away from each other. The bee now understands that being with another means making choices and sacrifices. There is love and there is compromise in relationships. Beautiful. And that speaks again to me trying to control everything in my spiritual journey. And you just can't. You got to learn to let it go and accept what is. Oh. And then the divatory meaning says a commitment to taking something to the next level and respecting what comes with that choice. Wow. Great love brings about great compromise. Zain means sword in Hebrew. A double-edged sword can cut away that which is not needed, and it can also protect. Expect the need to make choices to protect great love. Learn more about yourself by allowing yourself to be intimate with another person. Wow. And again, to me, it's not about being intimate with another person. It's about going to the depths of me and finding maybe even that little girl I was, and just giving her a hug and saying, you know what, it's okay. You're going to survive. You're going to be okay. And just feeling that and learning to accept it. Wow, that's super powerful this week. And then for my Oracle card, and this is one of my favorite cards in there. It gives me goosebumps every time I see this card. Let me get the book out here. Maximus. And this actually has colored little photos here. And it has a ritual you can do. It says, Maximus, how can you feed others when your own table is empty? You are maxed out, and yet conversely more is needed and more nourished for yourself. You are spread too thin, and your life force is draining. How can you feed others when your own table is empty? A new idea is waiting to be cultivated, as evidenced by the flame in the bulb. Or perhaps it's time to stop sitting on an idea you've had for some time. The moths are starting to gather, and so lovely as they are, they will slowly blot out your light. Wow. It's time to feed yourself in order to cultivate and harvest your next crop. Stop focusing on everyone else and the role you play in their lives. Till your own soil. Serve yourself the fruits of your own labor. Wow. The table is set with fine silver on a blood-red cloth. In fact, the blood is pooling and indicating that your life force is draining. Capture is now and fill your cup. What is the purpose of these fine things if they are not used? Wow. Goosepumples everywhere. Then the ritual says the sacred dinner. Set the table using your finest creative flair. Nourish your body with quality foods and sensual textures and taste. Eat alone. With red pen, write the creative and self-nourishing thoughts that come to you on a sheet of white paper. When your meal is complete, fold the paper over and press your lips upon it as if it were a napkin. Know that the ideas are taking root in the fertile cauldron of your being. Totally going to do that. That's why I love this deck. It's got rituals for every single card. Oh, it's gorgeous. And I feel like that totally plays into these cards. It's just like, take care of yourself before you start trying to go out there and help others. And yeah. And, you know, it talks about creative ideas and thoughts, and it's just, yeah, it all goes great together this week. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments. I'm always ready to hear from somebody. And anyway, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And you guys have a great night. Bye.